In those moments, like, I actually wish that I would just die.
Jane has had plenty of nightmares about the worst night of her life.
I get sexually assaulted, and I can really feel it. Like, I can feel somebody's hands on me.
It's a nightmare she first woke up from on a Sunday morning in December of 2017. Only then, it wasn't just a terrifying dream. She had lived it.
What do you remember from that night?
We got in his car for him to drive me home, and I guess I fell asleep. I passed out. I eventually woke up to him molesting me.
Jane is not her real name, but because of a court-ordered publication ban, we cannot reveal her identity. Over the next 2 weeks, she confronts her assaulter about the car ride home that haunts her.
The perpetrator said, "I'm sorry I sexually assaulted you, molested you, touched your body without your consent." I didn't want to have those body parts anymore, if that makes sense. Ugh.
After texting with her assaulter, Jane feels that in order to get justice, she must involve the police, and an arrest is made soon after. But it's when her case ends up here at the courts in Brampton that Jane finds herself once again without any control.
I'm simply a witness, and that's how they treat you.
Jane meets with the Crown prosecutor just once, the day before her trial. The meeting lasts about an hour.
What you have is a very common experience of women and survivors interacting with the system.
A 2019 report examining how to create a trauma-informed justice system cites a currently backlogged, often significantly under-resourced court system. This presents a systemic challenge, the report says.
There is a complete disconnect with what the survivor is expecting from the system and what actually is happening. That's a call for action for our policymakers, that they need to then design this in consultation with the lived experiences.
It wasn't total injustice for Jane. Her perpetrator was convicted, but only of the crimes he admitted.
The only reason he was found guilty was because he said he was guilty, not because I said it.
Statistics Canada estimates sexual assaults end in conviction 1 in 10 times. Jane is even more troubled by the sentence, 1 year probation.
I wouldn't necessarily say that the survivors are looking for harsher sentences. They're looking for appropriate sentences. Maybe criminal justice system is not the answer.
Do you feel you got any closure?
No, I don't.
It may be what ends her nightmares. To find out how Jane found justice elsewhere and the ideas she and advocates share to improve the system, point your phone's camera at the code that you see at the bottom right of your screen and follow the link to our website. Caryn Ceolin, City News.